Good evening all. Welcome to Billionaire for another learning video based on price action and pivots. If you have not already seen the price action, how to use pivots, I have released several videos. All are learning videos enriching your trading experience, and it will enrich you to make appropriate trading decisions in live market. So there are three videos which which we released during the weekend. Camarilla pivots, the importance of R3 S3, the importance of R1 S1, how to read these pivots, and then decoding the market using the secret of pivot boss candles. So I have explained how exactly you can read the market. If you slowly practice it, you don't need any other indicator to make money in the market. Before going any further, how much I made today? Today I made around 6,875, right? So honestly, there was not much money in the market. If you see entire day, it was range bound. So I did my trade in the very first candle and made that money. But if you have not made any money, or if you have incurred loss, do not worry. Market always gives plenty of opportunities. It's just that you should not overtrade and kill your confidence. That's a key tip I would like to give. So this morning I told this is the upper resistance till 18,332, right? Have I marked this? Yeah, I marked 18,442. I'll tell you why. Anyway, so in this resistance, there were several selling zones. That's the reason why market could not cross R1 pivot. Now, before going further, I just want to ask you what you see on the screen. So how did the day go? So we had around approximately 78 points upside, pretty decent candle. So there are a lot of COVID issues, global markets are weak, but still after this we are seeing a follow through on the higher end, and the close and the high has around 13 points gap. Now why I'm telling 13 points is, yeah, the close is very near to the high, which means that yes, the wick at the top is bigger than the lower wick, but it is insignificant. What do you see for naked eyes? For naked eyes, when you plainly see, we have a green body, which means that a lot of people have carried their options, right? And also price has closed above 18,300. Now tomorrow, if price opens closer to the high or above the high of the day, and if it breaks 18,332, the target should be 18,400. Yes, we have a minor resistance at 18,382, but I believe 18,400 will be hit. Now coming to the trading, okay, this is tomorrow CPR. The CPR is still normal, not a narrow CPR. Yes, you see a lot of red lines. I just wanted to call them as important zones for you. So the black lines are minor, but the red lines will be the important zones. So I'm going to save this so that we can track for next 1 week how we are progressing. So we have this what do you call a trend line support. So if you really see, this is a big trend line going on from middle of December 16th. So just in case if this breaks, you need to anticipate a big momentum downside, but you have the levels. So these red lines are the levels to show the important support areas where price can go from one level to other level. Now here I mark this as 18,342 because our tomorrow's R1 is here, right? This R1 is at 18,343. What do we need to assume? Whenever price is above R1 or below S1, above the previous day range, we need to anticipate that smart money will enter. As per pivot bot, the initiative participants will take the initiative to establish the new price. That is what we need to understand. So this was 3 days ago range. Price opens above the range, does not sustain, comes down, but again closes up above the previous day. Now this was on Friday. Yes, after half of the day, it goes above and faces resistance on Thursday's range. Today price tries to go up in the first 5 minutes, comes back, and then slowly goes sideways. So which means, so whatever the news in the market, the way we need to see is price is sustaining above the high of the previous days, which means somebody is buying, whether to distribute it to retailers, whether to retain it, we don't know, right? There are millions of traders trading simultaneously, buying and selling. So that's a reason why you don't see me doing option analysis or any other analysis, because everything is bucketed in this price action. So you have to keep your trading system very simple, right? So below yesterday's low, this is I mean today's low, below today's low we have some minor resistance, but we need to anticipate price will go to 18,142 or 18,120. All right, so the key levels for tomorrow will be the R1, which is 18,330 and 18,340. If it breaks that, we need to anticipate price will move towards 18,400. Below today's low, we need to anticipate price to go towards 18,140 to 18,000. Okay, understand the whole numbers, right? These levels keep in mind. Can market go below? That's the reason I have marked the levels. If you want, you can take the screenshot and mark the levels on your chart. But suppose if the price opens within today's range, then again anticipate a sideways movement. But the logic I have told you how to identify the trend. One is based on pivot. We are having ascending CPR. However, it is ascending CPR. When you see the overall range, the overall range is this, which is nothing but 18,320 through 18,120. So 220, 320, around 200 points range we have. So market needs to break out of this range upside or downside to give any kind of directional moves for us. So understand this. So the other thing for tomorrow as a intraday traders, okay, as a intraday traders, what we are seeing is this is today's CPR, this is tomorrow's CPR. So we are having a ascending CPR, which means direction is upside. And on the daily candle, the close is very near to the high. So which means a lot of people are carrying positions for tomorrow or for the month. We don't know, but a lot of people are carrying this position. So tomorrow, according to this, if there is any dip towards CPR or towards H1, the first attempt should be buying. That is how I'll be thinking. No matter what the global scenarios are, until unless price itself open below today's low, my thinking will be to buy. Keep this in mind. Now let's quickly go to Bank Nifty. How is Bank Nifty performing? These are the Bank Nifty levels if you want. Okay. So Bank Nifty, what happens is, this is very important, you need to understand. So we have a doji. I have clearly explained you, after doji, whoever makes the decision, price will move that side. So we had a huge gap up and then we saw another doji or reversal pin bar because the wick is very long. So we can consider this also as an indecisive candle. Today, first 5-10 minutes price goes above this, does not sustain, comes back, and we have a reversal pin bar. Now, whatever name you call, gravestone, doji, I don't recall it. So what exactly you need to understand by these opposite reversal pin bar is the ongoing trend, whatever decision sellers made, that decision is paused. Whenever you see opposite reversal pin bar, the ongoing trend is paused. So you need to wait for further price action, right? Looking at Nifty, we don't know whether Nifty will influence Bank Nifty or Bank Nifty will influence Nifty tomorrow. But for Bank Nifty, the ongoing trend, which is downside, is paused. And if you see price again opening tomorrow's R1 or above tomorrow's high, this is tomorrow's R1, which is at 38,511. So you need to anticipate buying. Where is the next resistance? The next resistance is at 38,560, 38,577. So you can see why these acts as resistance. Whenever you see high level of price action, it will act as resistance. Okay, can this pin bar, you see a lot of selling in this pin bar, long wick. Can it act as a resistance? Absolutely yes. But you need to understand that If you keep marking everything as resistance, there will not be any place. You will see only lines. So you need to mark the key rejection areas. What are the key rejection areas? For me, this one, where price to close up, formed a doji, then made a decision. After this, price came down, went up. Yes, this can act as minor resistance. We don't know, market will decide. But for you, you have R1, S1, CPR, and the Camarilla pivots to decide. So without wasting time, if market sustains above R1, anticipate 38,570. If 38,570 is broken, it will go to 38,668 and 712. This is around 40 points area. As you can see, there's quite a lot of candles taking support at the top. After this, you had a break. And this one was a pullback. So this gap of 40 points will act as supply area. So if market is in momentum, this 40 points is not a big deal. It can be taken out in seconds. Now, if it breaks 38,712, then the next stop will be 38,800, then 38,850, and above that we have 39,127. Right? These are the levels I have marked for Bank Nifty, and below to what do you call a previous day low. Okay, today's low is here. Suppose if market breaks previous day's low, the today's low, the next target will be 38,000. Below that, 37,950 and 930 has some resistance minor. If it breaks, it will go towards 37,750 and 37,585. These are the levels. Now, quickly to understand the price action, if you're not following, watch the videos, but this is something I wanted to show you. So this is CPR, this is Bank Nifty, this is Nifty. So Nifty is above CPR, Bank Nifty is in the middle of the CPR, and you can visibly see that it did not sustain the high, it was going down. But Nifty also, it is sideways, it was just getting bought at the same level. So when Nifty and Bank Nifty are in opposite direction, always anticipate premium erosion day. Just a tip for you guys. Now, how you could have traded today? Okay, see, these are the Camarilla pivots. So if you use Camarilla pivots, okay, price came down, went up, it started facing resistance near R3. But above R3, we had some resistance because of which price did not sustain. So if you have entered here, it would have hit your stop loss, but still, once you see 20 candles going sideways, you need to understand it's a premium meeting day and there might be a lot of false breakouts. That's exactly what happened. But still, pivot was there to cut your losses to a minimum. Even if you had entered upside, it would have cut your losses to a minimum. If you had taken short below this, even then it would have cut your losses to minimum. Now remember, 60% of the time market will be range bound. So you need to understand that every day is not a range breakout or a trendy day. So you have to be very patient, and market is all about taking right risk. There's only win, there's only loss. So if you have taken loss, do not worry, you will get an opportunity to recover your money, right? So if you follow what do you call normal pivots, okay, how I just want to show you how we could have traded, and then we are done. So these are the normal floor pivots. This is the upper CPR. Once I see market coming down and sustaining above opening, my stop loss was, see here on the left hand side. That's the reason all the levels I have marked will be captured by both pivots and Camarilla pivots. So this was my stop loss. I entered, and within 1 minute I got around 4,000, and in other trade around 2,700 I closed. But the catch here was, for this to happen, you need to practice a lot. And since I'm a working profession, I mean, I'm taking huge risk. There's nothing wrong in waiting for 15 minutes, half an hour. Once you catch the trend and then enter, hold it for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, you will make a killer trading. Okay, since I cannot trade after 10 a.m. I take risk. But if you want to know the logic, most of you guys might have wondering why I take the trade in opening 5 minutes. This was my stop loss. I always keep the stop loss when I see this is a buying area after market pulling back, saw some buying, I take the risk. But imagine if I had waited for entire 5 minutes, I had 25 points more. I had gone with 10 lots, which means I could have made another 12,500, 13,000 extra money. But that is how the market works. Within 5 minutes, the contrary is also true. If market would have come down, maybe I would have lost my entire profit. So my strategy is, in the opening candle, I will take around 8 to 10 points and that's it. Whether market goes up or hits my stop loss, I will exit. I will not wait for 5 minutes candle to close. This is how I trade. And if you see, from CPR, it hit R1 and it did not cross R1. So where do you take the trade? So you have R3 here. Why I wanted to show you was this. Okay, you can follow any one item, but when two things are closer and in range bound, you can easily see that, okay, above this we have R1. Let's wait for R1 to break. Then there might be more momentum coming into the market. But R1 was never broken. So there was no point in you guys trying to trade after Camarilla pivot was broken, because today itself, morning itself, we saw a lot of overlapping candle. So it was a kind of a hint for you to wait patiently to see whether R1 can be broken. And that's all I had for today. Hope you learned something new. Please do share, comment, subscribe, and help us grow. We will be bringing how to do a swing trading, hopefully by this weekend, so that you can start trading in stock market using the price action, and you can carry your trades from 1 week to 2 months and make money. I won't disappoint you. Please do subscribe and share and like. Thanks a lot. Have a good day, guys.